Hello, welcome to the Cosmic Egg. This week, we're going to have part 2 of the great guitar intros, and Steve is with me to help me.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, good. Hey, this is going to be cool, man. So we're going to be going back and forth. We're going to pick songs between us as what we think is a great guitar intro. And today, I'm going to start with an inspiration from Steve, and I just grab right onto it. Long Cool Woman by the Hollies.
Next up, it's Working Man by Rush.
All the way back to the 60s with this one, people. For those of you who like tripping during the day, Day Tripper by the Beatles.
Next on the list is Trooper by Iron Maiden.
Going back to the 1970s with this next one, Heart and Barracuda.
Up next, this blues hit by Stevie Ray Vaughan, Pride and Joy.
Next up, Led Zeppelin and Heartbreaker.
Next up, it's Stone Cold Crazy by Queen.
Here's a little love song for you from Tesla.
Next up, it's Holy Wars by Megadeth.
This next one takes us back to our roots of blues and rock and roll. Chuck Berry and Johnny B. Goode.
Deep down in Louisiana, close to New Orleans, way back up in the woods among the evergreens.
Next up, it's Stranglehold by Ted Nugent.
Next up is Guess Who and No Sugar Tonight.
Lonely feeling deep inside. Find a corner where I can hide.
Next up, it's Van Halen with Ain't Talkin' About Love.
I have the news, baby, all about your disease. Yeah, you may have all you want.
Next up we have Money for Nothing by Dire Straits.
Next, we have Slayer with Raining Blood.
Next up, the Guess Who and American Woman.
American woman, stay away from me. American woman, mama, let me be.
Next, we have AC/DC with Hell's Bells.
Next up, the Dooby Brothers in China Grove.
When the sun comes up on a sleepy little town down around San Antonio.
Next up, it's Montrose with Rock Candy.
Next up, we have Rush once again, this time with Limelight.
Living on a lighted stage approaches the unreal.
Van Halen is back. This time it's Panama.
Next up is Carry On Wayward Son by Kansas.
Next up it's...
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but we're going to have to continue the show without Steve, because that's the way he would have wanted it. And so we dedicate this next song to Steve, whose life was cut short far too soon by a terrific and horrific electrical shock. And so, Steve, this song's for you. Merciful Fate with Desecration of Souls. Next up is Supermassive Black Hole by Muse. Next up is Boston with More Than a Feeling. Another song that is immediately recognizable is by Leonard Skinner, Sweet Home, Alabama.
1, 2, 3.
Turn it up. Big wheels keep on turning, carry me home so I can.
Next up, we have Jefferson Starship with Jane.
Jane, you see it's all over for you and me, girl.
Next up, we have Cream with Sunshine of Your Love.
It's getting near dawn. When lights close the tired eyes, I'll soon be with you.
Next up is Killing in the Name by Rage Against the Machine. We'll close off this episode with Led Zeppelin and the Immigrant Song.